Hi everyone. Today we are going to discuss control structures in C++. Today we are going to discuss control structures in C++. There is no difference between C language control structures and C++ control structures. Both are same. Already you learned in C programming language. All of you. So then all the control structures extracted here. All the C programming control structures extracted here. All of you. Then here simply control structures. What is control structure? What is control structure? Listen carefully, all of you. There may be a situation when you need to execute a block of code several number of times. In general, statements are executed sequentially. The first statement in a function is executed first, followed by the second statement, and so on. That is sequence of instructions executing one after another. That is called sequencing until end of the statement. Here start with first statement, control go to the second statement, then go to the next statement until end of the program. Here sequentially. So then here programming languages provides various control structures that allow for more complicated execution paths. That allow for more complicated execution paths. Simply here control structures are used to execute the same block of statements again and again. So how many times you want to execute the same statements again and again until the condition becomes false. Until the condition becomes false. Until our task completed. When the task is completed, the control left from the block, then go to the next statement, then it can execute one by one statements. Clear all of you? Then there are various types of control structures. There are various types of control structures. Mainly, there are two types. Mainly, there are two types. The first one is known as decision-making statements, and the second one is known as loop conditional control structures. Loop conditional control structures. Okay, then in the control structures, so then decision-making statements. For example, if you have money, you can buy. Otherwise, don't buy. So if you have money, you can buy some items. Otherwise, don't buy. Here all of you. Then there are two directions. Then there is a single condition. Decision making. Then there are two directions. But we can choose only one direction at a time. Then the other direction will not choose. All of you. Then, for example, another example. University already promoted you. Then there are no exams. University will not conduct the examinations. Then go to second year, first semester. Otherwise, first write the second semester examinations, then go to second year, first semester classwork. Clear? Then there is a condition. University will conduct examinations. That is a condition. Then, if it is true, then go to one direction. Otherwise, go to another direction. Clear, all of you? If you have money to purchase some items, otherwise go to home. Clear, all of you? Then also loop statements. Loop statements allows us to execute a statement or a group of statements multiple times, and following is the general form of a loop statement in most of the programming languages. For example, see the diagram. See the diagram, decision block. Then this is a condition. If the condition becomes true, then control go to the conditional code. Conditional code. This is a single statement or more than one statement. More than one statement. Then execute all these conditional code. Execute all these conditional code. Then the control go to, then stop. Then go to stop. The condition becomes false. The condition becomes false. Then the control go to stop state. Clear all of you? If you have money, then go to shop and purchase some items. If you don't have money, then simply go to home. Clear all of you? Then this is a condition. If the condition is true, then you can choose this block of statements. It can execute this conditional code. If the condition becomes false, then the control go to stop state. Clear all of you? This is called decision making. Then there is a condition. If from September 5th onwards, colleges will open, go to college. Otherwise, stay home. Clear all of you? So if colleges will open from September 5th onwards, go to home, go to college. Otherwise, stay home. Simply, that is also one condition. Then there are two directions. One is for go to college, another one is for stay home. Clear all of you? Then simply, if the condition becomes true, then do something. If the condition becomes false, then simply go to stop state. Clear all of you? Then here simply the decision making control structures, the decision making control statements. Here C++ programming language provides the following types of decision making statements. The first one is if statement, second one is if else statement, third one is nested if statement, then the fourth one is switch statement, and the fifth one is nested switch statement. All of you, the first one is if statement, that is called simple if statement, that is called simple if statement. Second one is if else statement. If statement, if you have money, in the simple if statement, if you have money, go to shop and purchase some items. Then otherwise, I don't say, I don't know. Clear? If you have money, go to shopping. Otherwise, stay home. Then otherwise means else. If else statement, if else, if you have money, go to shopping. Otherwise, simply stay home. Nested if statements. Nested if statements. If follows another if. And if follows another if. If maths marks greater than or equal to 35 and physics marks greater than or equal to 35 and chemistry marks greater than or equal to 35, if all these conditions are satisfied, again check the condition. If average marks greater than or equal to 80, then display grade equal to distinction. Clear all of you? Listen, in the nested if statement, if maths marks greater than or equal to 35, if chemistry marks greater than or equal to 35 and physics marks greater than or equal to 35, in the first if statement, if maths marks greater than or equal to 35 and physics marks greater than or equal to 35 and chemistry marks greater than or equal to 35, all these three conditions are satisfied. Again if statement, if average marks greater than or equal to 80, then here print grade equal to distinction. Print grade equal to distinction. If follows another if. If follows another if. Clear all of you? I will show the examples and syntaxes. Wait some time. Clear all of you? Then the next one is a switch statement. This is also This is also decision making statement. These statements also selection statements. In the switch statement, there are more directions. There are more directions, options, but we can choose a one option at a time. We can choose one option at a time. There are more options available. For example, in our city, there are more theaters. So there are more theaters. They are playing more movies. Okay. Then how many movies we will watch from 6:30 p.m. to then 9 p.m. How many movies? But there are more theaters. At the same time, we can choose a single theater. We can watch a single movie at a time. Clear all of you? Yes, clear? Then there are more options, but we can choose only one option at a time. So in this switch statement, this is also same as in C language switch statement. Here nested switch statement. A switch statement follows another switch statement. A switch statement follows another switch statement. A switch statement within have another switch statement. A switch statement within another switch, that is called nested switch statements. Clear all of you? So these statements are the decision making control structures. Decision making control structures. Here decision making control structures requires that the programmer specify one or more conditions to be evaluated or tested by the program along with a statement or statements to be executed if the condition is determined to be true, and optionally other statements to be executed if the condition determined to be false. All of you clear? So then in this decision making control structures, so if the condition is true, it can execute a statement or statements, block of statements to be executed if the condition determined it to be true. If it is true, it can execute a statement or block of statements. Clear? If the condition becomes false, the control go to the next part. That may be an else part. Okay. Then execute the next part, a statement or more statements. Clear all of you? So then the condition becomes true, do something. The condition becomes false, do something. Clear all of you? Yes. The following is the general form of the decision making structure found in most of the programming languages. All of you. Then, so all of you, this if statement. An if statement consists of a Boolean expression followed by one or more statements, followed by one or more statements. All of you. If statement consists of a Boolean expression. An if statement consists of a Boolean expression. Boolean expression means either true or false. Either true or false. If first check the condition, the condition is true, then do something. Here simply the control choose one direction. If the condition becomes false, the control go to another direction. It can choose another direction, that is called false direction. If the condition true, it can go to true direction. If the condition becomes false, it can go to false direction. Clear all of you? Then this is the general syntax of the simple if statement. Simple if statement. If Boolean expression, if Boolean expression, if test condition, if the test condition is true. So Boolean expression, there are two states available. One is for 0, another one is for 1. If it is 0, that means that is false. If it is 1, that means it is true. Simply, if the condition is true, it returns 1. If the condition is false, it returns 0. 0 and 1s, Boolean expression. The scientist identified this language, Boolean expressions, either true or false, 1 or 0. Clear all of you? That is called test condition. The test condition is true, that is Boolean expression. If the test condition is true, do something. Simple if statement, then there is no else part. Clear all of you? So then in this example, so if Boolean expression is true, here execute a statement or block of statements. Execute a statement or block of statements. Here clear all of you. Execute a statement or block of statements. So then close. Clear all of you? So then come here, this is the flow diagram. In the flow diagram, then this is initial state, that is called start. Then here control, check the condition. The condition is true, then the control go to the true direction. It can choose the yes direction or true direction. Then it can execute conditional code statement or more statements. Then stop the process. Clear all of you? Then if the test condition becomes false, it will not execute these statements. Then the control go to the outside of the if block. Outside of the if block, it will not execute. If the Boolean expression is false, it will not execute these statements. The control go to outside of the if statement. Simply. Then here also in the flow diagram, see all of you, the flow diagram, the test condition becomes false, then control go to false direction. Simply stop the process. Clear all of you? The condition becomes true, then execute a statement or block of statements, then go to stop. Clear all of you? Yes. If you have money, go and buy, purchase. Otherwise, stop. Clear all of you? If you have money, if it is true, if you really you have, then execute these statements. Simply go to shop and purchase some items and return back. Clear? Return back means stop. If you don't have money, then no need to go to shop, no need to purchase items, then simply stop the process. Clear? So flow diagram, in this flow diagram, initial state, then start, then check the condition. The test condition is true, do something, then stop the process. The test condition becomes false, then simply stop the process. Then there is no work. Clear in the if statement? All of you? Okay? Then this is an example of simple if statement. This is an example of simple if statement. Here simply a equal to 10. A equal to 10. So then integer a equal to 10 if a less than 20, if check the condition. A is less than 20 if it is true or false. Yes. See out. Display a is less than 20. A is less than 20. Clear all of you? For example, let a equal to 100. Let a equal to 100. If a less than 20, if a is less than 20, no. Then see out. See out. The value of a is a. Clear all of you? A value equal to 100 or 10 something etc. Clear? If a is less than 20, 10 is less than 20, yes or no? If it is yes, a is less than 20. Clear? Otherwise, a is the value of a is, then do something. If it is true, clear all of you? If it is true, do something. A is less than 20, then close the if block, and control go to, then it is also executed. Value of a is a, that is 10. Then stop the process. If the condition becomes false, let a equal to 100, a is less than 20, no. Then control exits the block, if block, then control go to the next statement. What is the after if block? See out, the value of a is 100. Simply only one output statement will display. That is value of A is 100. If it is 100, so then if the condition becomes false, if the condition becomes false, let A equal to 100, you can assume, let A equal to 100. If A less than 20, condition false. Then control go to if black, control go to if black, then the control comes here, then execute or display the value of A is 100. Only one statement is displayed. If the condition becomes true, execute this block of statements. After execution of this block, then the control go to the next statement. So this is also executed if the condition becomes true. Clear? So then otherwise means if the condition becomes false, it will not execute the block of statements. The statements will not execute. Then the control go to outside of the if block. Clear? So what are the statements available? The value of A is A value, then return. Only one statement will execute. So clear all of you? That is called simple if statement. That is called simple if statement. Clear? So then if the condition is true, execute block of a single statement or a block of statements. Then if and also execute the next statements. Clear? If the condition becomes false, it will not execute this one. Then simply see out statement. The value of A is A value displayed. Clear all of you? Clear? If the condition becomes true, it can execute the block and also the next following statements. Clear? The condition becomes false, the control exit the if loop. Then what are the statements available after if statement? Then those statements will execute. Clear? Then this is the simple if statement. Simple if statement. Clear? Decision making conditional control structures. The first one is the simple if statement. An if statement consists of a Boolean expression followed by one or more statements. One or more statements. Syntax. The syntax of an if statement in C++ is if Boolean expression, if the condition is true, it returns 1, then execute a statement or a block of statements. A statement or statements execute. Clear all of you? Then this is the simple if statement. This is the flow diagram. This is the flow diagram. So this first start, then check the condition. The condition becomes true. Execute a statement or more statements, and the control go to the next statements. What are the statements available? Those statements executed and stop the process. If the condition becomes false, then it will not go to this section. Clear? The condition becomes false, the control go to false state. Then what are the statements available in this journey? Those statements executed one by one, then stop the process. Clear? This is the flow diagram. This is the syntax. This is flow diagram. This is flow diagram. Then this is the syntax of the simple if statement, and this is an example of the simple if statement. Clear all of you? Already we learned in C language. Remember all of you. Simple if statement, if else statement, if else if statement, then the nested if statements, if else if ladder. Clear? Remember all of you. Already you learned in C programming language first year. Clear? Then this is the simple if statement example program. Clear? So I will I will show you execution. So wait some time. Clear all of you? Then the next one is the if else statement. If else statement. If else statement. So if the condition becomes true, do something. Else, do something. Clear? So in if else statement, an if statement can be followed by an optional else statement, which executes when the Boolean expression is false. Clear? So then simply, so this is the general syntax of the if else statement. This is the general syntax of the if else statement. So if Boolean expression, if test condition is true, it can execute a statement or statements. Clear? It can execute a statement or statements. If the Boolean expression is false, if the Boolean expression is false, if the Boolean expression is false, it will not execute this block. The control go to the else statement. After else statement, it can execute a statement or more statements, a block of statements. Clear? If the condition is true, do something. If the condition is false, do something. If you have money, simply go and purchase some items. Go and purchase some items if you have money. Otherwise, simply sit and open your book and read something. Clear? Okay. Then if you have money, go and purchase. If you don't have money, then simply sit and open book, then read one by one. Clear? So I will give two instructions. One is for if you have money, go. Then if you don't have money, then do something. Clear all of you? Then there are two directions, but we can choose only one direction at a time. Clear all of you? There are two directions. We can choose only one direction at a time in if else statement. Clear all of you? In the simple if statement, what is happening? In the simple if statement, if the condition becomes true, if A is true, if A less than 20, if this condition is true, it can execute this statement and also this statement. Clear all of you? In the simple if statement, if the condition is true, it can execute this statement and also this statement. Yes? Understood? Whereas in simple if else statement, whereas in if else statement, if the Boolean expression is true, if the Boolean expression is true, do something. The first block executed. The first block of statements are executed. The condition becomes false. The condition becomes false. The control go to else statement. So this block of statements are executed. Clear all of you? This condition becomes true. It can execute these statements. It will not execute the else block statements. That is the difference between simple if and if else statement. Clear all of you? In the simple if statement, if it is true, A is less than 20, then do something and also do something after if block statements also executed. Clear? If A less than 20, then do something. It can execute this statement and also this statement. If the condition becomes false, it will not execute this statement, but it execute this one. Clear? All of you? Then in the if else statement, it can execute only one block of statements. Only one block. Another block it will not execute. If it is true, the first block, what are the after if statement? If follows block only executed if the condition becomes true. If the condition becomes false, the control go to the else part. Clear all of you? Then this is the flow diagram. This is the flow diagram. Simply this is an initial state. That means here starting, here start. Then check the condition. The condition is true. Then it can execute a statement or block of statements. That is called if code. A statement or block of statements. Then the control go to the final state, that is stop state. If the condition becomes false, the control go to this one. So else code, it can execute a statement or block of statements. Clear all of you? So then here how many directions are there? Two directions. We can choose only one direction at a time. So that's why this is called selection control structure, conditional control structure. That's why if statement is called selection conditional control structure. If the condition is true, it can select true part. If the condition becomes false, it can select else part. Okay, then it can change the directions. Then there are two directions available, but it can choose only one direction at a time. Understood, all of you? Then this is the if else statement, syntax and flow diagram. Clear? Syntax and flow diagram. This is an example of if else statement program. Here integer a equal to 100, integer a equal to 100. If a less than 20, if a is less than 20, is it true or false? False. See out, a is less than 20, a is less than 20 and L. Clear? A is not less than 20. Clear? A is equal to, let a equal to 100. In this example, let a equal to 100. If 100 less than 20, if 100 less than 20, is it true or false? It becomes false. Yes, the test condition becomes false. The control go to else statement. So simply display a is not less than 20. Clear? Then afterwards see out the value of a is 100. Clear, all of you? For example, a equal to 10. A equal to 10. So if 10 is less than 20, if the condition becomes true, then a is less than 20. A is less than 20. Then the control will not execute the else block statements. Then the control go to the this statement. See out the value of a is 10. If a value equal to 10. Okay, clear. Now in this example, integer a equal to 100, integer a equal to 100, then a is less than 100 is less than 20. If 100 is less than 20, the test condition is true? No, the test condition becomes false. Then control go to else statement. Here see out, a is not less than 20 and also display see out value of a is 100. Clear? So last see out statement, it is not related to if block. Okay, it is not related to if statement. This is the outside of the if statement. Remember, all of you, this statement is an outside of the if block. So this is the if block. If then else. This is if true block. This is else block. After else block, then there is a see out statement. Clear? Simply this is the if else statement example. Clear, all of you? If else statement example. Okay, clear? Then today here the control structures. Simply control structures are two types. The first one is decision making and the second one is loop conditional control structures. The decision making control structures also known as selection conditional control structures. Selection conditional control structures. Then here two types of selection conditional control structures. The first one is known as if statement. Second one is known as switch statement. If statement selection bidirectional conditional control structure. Then the switch statement multi-directional conditional control structure. Clear? So this is the simple if statement. This is simple if statement. So in the simple if statement, so then there is a Boolean expression. The Boolean expression is true, do something. Otherwise, it will not do. Okay, clear? Then this is the general syntax of the simple if statement. Simple if statement. This is the general syntax of the simple if statement. And this is the flow diagram of the simple if statement. Clear, all of you? So next one is, this is an example of the simple if statement. Then this is the if else statement. In if else statement, so simply first check the condition. The condition becomes true, then do something. The first block executed. Then the condition becomes false, the control go to else part. The control go to else part. The condition becomes false, the control will not execute the first block of statements. Clear? the condition becomes false, it will not execute these statements. Simply the control go to else part. Okay, then here this is one direction, this is second direction, this is true direction, this is false direction. All of you, if the boolean expression is true, it can choose the first direction. If the boolean expression is false, it can choose the second direction. Clear, all of you? Then this is the flow diagram. A flow diagram, first check the flow, this flow diagram, first check the test condition. The test condition is true. All of you see this flow diagram. So the first condition is true, then the control go to true block. Then if condition becomes false, the control go to else part. So it can select the one direction, that is yes direction or true direction. If the condition becomes false, the control select the false direction. The control select the false direction. Clear? If it is true, it can select this one. If it is false, it can select this one. Clear, all of you? So then bidirectional or selection conditional control structure. If statement is a bidirectional conditional control structure or selection conditional control structure. Clear? Bidirectional or selection conditional control structure. So this is that's why this is called branching conditional control structure. Branching. Here for example, this is the base, this is the base, then these two are the branches. We can choose only one branch at a time. Okay. Then here also, that's why this is called branching statement. Then that's why this is called a selection statement. It can select this way or this way. Clear? That's why this is called selection conditional control structure. Then this is also bidirectional. Then there are two directions. Bidirectional statement. Bidirectional statement. Then there are two directions. The first one is called true direction. Then the second one is called false direction. False direction. So if statement, selection statement, if statement is also known as selection statement. If statement is also known as branching conditional control structure. If statement is also known as bidirectional conditional control structure. Clear, all of you? Then so simple if statement and if else statement. Clear? Then the remaining statements next class we will discuss. Okay, don't miss our classes, all of you. So thank you. Bye.